I am now, I was just told that the recruiter for Stevens, which is crazy because I literally just came here to park my truck, go home. It's my first time home in about 3 months. Yeah, long time out there. So I guess I'm going to do some recruiting for you guys. Stevens Transport, I got this job right out of school. I just graduated from this exact spot February 14th on Valentine's Day and got this job right out of school. This year. In that amount of time from today, from February 14th, I've touched 45 states out of 48 that you can touch already. Only 3 states I need are Washington, Montana, and North Dakota, and that's every state in America I've been to, I've seen, I've traveled through. If OTR is something that you guys are interested in, and you want to be safe, Stevens is the place for you. They require 240 hours behind the wheel before they get you your own truck. That means you're on the road probably about a month and a half, 2 months, depending on how you run and who your trainer is. You'll be in the truck, you're getting paid weekly while being trained. You go down to Texas, you do 3 days of orientation, you stay in a hotel, they feed you. Food's not the best, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm on a ramen diet still to this day, so it doesn't matter. But they will make sure you have 3 mountains under your belt. It's mostly West Coast. There's a couple mountains in California. Wait till you see California. It's beautiful. I was just in San Diego on the beach 2 weeks. Actually, it was a week ago. A week and a half ago, I was there. But you get your mountains, get your 240 hours behind the wheel, and then you get your own truck. The training that you learn here at Allstate, as a student, former student here at Allstate, the most important thing, and I'm not saying, you know, the straight line and all that, the most important thing is alley dock. That is the most used thing that you will use in the real world, period. Parallel's good to know. It's definitely good to know. Pay attention to that, because it will set you up for a 90, but the 90, the alley dock is the most important thing to learn. I don't know. I wasn't ready for this at all, so bear with me. As far as the pay, like I said, you do get paid weekly. After taxes and everything, for me, it was $633 a week in my account while I was getting trained. They set you up, you know, you get your fuel card and everything, and then it goes, you can set it up to where, and they'll walk you all through this stuff. You can set it up to where it goes straight to your bank account. It hits, and then it takes like 2 days, and it goes directly in, depending on your bank. I have Citizens. So, but you do get paid weekly. I do suggest, if you do go with Stevens and you choose that route, don't overpack. I overpacked. I had a bag. I had a hockey bag full of clothes. It was my first time. You know, I didn't know, so I literally had my whole wardrobe in my shit. I had boots, shoes, every pair of boxers, socks, all of that stuff. And, you know, in all honesty, like, you wear basically the same stuff almost every other day. And it's, you know, you shower, you do shower, you can shower at truck stops, but you don't need that much stuff, in all honesty. The most important thing, you know, is like just to make sure you're fed, and you can't take a shower. Keep your hygiene there. You don't want to pull up to a shipper or receiver smelling like who did it and ran. So, but as far as, like I said, with Stevens though, like they are holding me down. I appreciate them. I've learned a lot because of them. It being my first truck driving job, I can't complain. You know, I do have my own YouTube page, and I've watched a lot of YouTubers on stuff on there, like, you know, the companies that they work for, and every company does have its cons. They really do. But Stevens pros definitely outweigh their cons, and I appreciate it because the safety, they hold their safety values very high. So, like, if you guys are timid or you're scared, you know, whenever you guys, for the ones that are in classroom, and you do get down there and, you know, you're scared to drive, that's part of the game. Every day, I mean, I've been driving for, just say, a solid 8 months now, and I'm still scared. You don't ever want to not be scared. The second that you're not afraid, that's when bad things happen. So stay humble whenever you drive this, and that's one thing that Stevens has definitely taught me, the safety of it. Always pay attention, and, you know, protect the motoring public. That's Stevens' main goal, and that's what they stand for that. So as you can see, I'm a contractor for Stevens. I chose this route. Everybody told me not to, especially that guy in the green shirt over there. But I still chose this route only because I do know the sacrifices that I have to make. Anytime that I get a load as a contractor, anytime I get a load that comes into Pennsylvania, I route myself to be able to come home and see my girlfriend. Because of the fact that I'm out on the road. This, like I said, this is my first time home really having, in 3 months, having home time. My first day of home time last time was here for the job fair that we had here. And I chose this route to do contractor. It is hard. It's definitely hard. It's untaxed money. So, of course, you know, you got somebody like myself that didn't really have a lot before. I get all that money and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, you know, you got to catch yourself because you're spending it, and then you got to pay taxes quarterly and stuff like that. So, like, there's another thing that Stevens has actually taught me as far as, like, being financially responsible with what I buy, when I buy it. But also, I have freedom being a contractor for them because, like I said, I can do my own routes. I can pick and choose the loads that I want, and it's how you run. Most important thing is to build a reputation. If you have a reputation as a runner, they will feed you. They will give you the loads. Money's not an issue with that. You run good, you work your clock good, you're out there, bro. You're gone. Just bloop. And the one thing about Stevens is mostly we're dropping hooks. So, like, you'll pull up to a spot, unhook from a trailer, hook up to an empty, and you're off to the next spot. Or it's a live load or live unload. But for the most part, it's no touch. If anybody was wondering, it's not touch free. You're not back there like Pepsi people, you know, carrying the Mountain Dews and stuff like that. I no hate against Pepsi, but it's no touch freight, and it's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. This is one of the trucks that Stevens offers. We have a fleet of Kenworths, Peterbilts, and Freightliners. I'm not a Freightliner guy. I make fun of Freightliners all the time, but the Peterbilts are beautiful, and of course I went with Kenworth because Kenworth is the way to go in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So we have the T680s, 579s, and the Freightliner Cascadians, and they're all 2019 and up. They're all new. Like, when I was down in Dallas, I just did Driver Appreciation Week for Stevens. I actually was on a podcast for Stevens. While we were there were students in orientation getting brand new trucks, and I'm talking like 2024 with like 32 miles on it. Brand new trucks for brand new students coming into Stevens. So what we're doing is we're taking those 2019s and the 2020s, we're selling those, and we're getting new trucks. So if you guys ever wanted to get into a new truck, Stevens is actually about doing that. They're doing that right now as we speak. So
they automatic?
Yes, they are. I asked that question every single recruiter that came into class while I was here. Are they manual? Because I like manual. I learned in a manual. I don't have that restriction on my CDL. But I'll tell you this, being stuck in traffic and having this automatic, I'm not mad about it anymore. Because you will catch traffic. You definitely will be just cruising. Next thing you know, you're stuck in traffic for 2 hours because of an accident. Actually, on my Facebook Live, I was in Utah, like I said, just coming in. High-speed pursuit, literally, and it ended right in front of me. From here to that yellow chain, the cops stopped the highway and pit maneuvered a dude right in front of me. We sat there the whole time. We had to wait. Helicopters were flying above. Some of the craziest stuff I ever saw in my life, Phil. But
do these got cameras in them?
Yeah, they do.
Do they point outside or inside?
So the inside camera's blocked. They don't look inside. But what they do see, the camera's up front. If you look, there's a camera on each side and a camera pointing up front. These trucks are highly sensitive to your driving. If you get too close, things start blaring inside of here. It's like beep, beep, beep. It's kind of annoying because you'll literally be driving and it'll like, please slow down. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But but no, I mean that's what I mean. Like, that's just an attest to Stevens' safety. Like, they put this in there for your safety and for their company. They don't want to put just anybody in the truck that's not going to respect the road or their equipment. So that's about it.
What speed they got you governed at?
They have me at 66.
66?
66 right now. But after a year, they put it up to 70, I believe. Not 70, 68. Sorry, 68.
Yeah, okay.
But like you can reach up to 70. You can reach up to 70. But
passing mode.
yeah. But
What's the fastest you ever went?
I'm getting recorded right now. I can't, non-disclosure. Kind of rode a hill one time, and I looked down and was like, "Oh Lord!" And I, had to tap the brake a little bit. But no, it's definitely awesome. You know what I'm saying? And there's good people. The people that I've met at Stevens, like the other drivers and the people that are on the yard, at the yard, the people that are at our terminal, literally some of the best people in the world. Some of the best people in the world. And the drivers do take care of the drivers there. They talk to each other. I'm in a group chat with some of the drivers now, you know what I'm saying? And we call each other on a daily. Because it does get lonely out there. If you plan on doing over the road, it does get lonely out there. Make sure you have at least somebody you can call. Or, like I said, with Stevens, you can call like one of us. We just talk because we know exactly what you're going through.
So y'all don't be having other drivers with y'all, just be you by yourself?
If you want to do a team, you can do team driving. But that's what I'm saying. During the training process, you are with another person. And they're there. Like, it's a trainer that's telling you what to do. They show you how to work the tablet in there, your platform science, how to scan your paperwork in, how to run your clock, and like just every technique that you need to know as far as getting out there by yourself. But I mean, if you want to do team, I like my privacy. I like my privacy. I like keeping the truck clean. I will say, when I was with my trainer, I thought it was going to be, bad, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't bad at all. I did get lucky with my trainer. He's been with Stevens for 17 years. He actually chose me because I did a maneuver that I learned here. I did it first try, and he was like, "Yep, you're my student." And the rest was history.
He didn't want to teach backing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. So everything that I learned here put me into this position to be able to work for this company. So I'm definitely grateful for Stevens and Allstate, for that matter, for teaching me, everything I have.
Bob was your teacher?
What's that?
Bob was your teacher?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I failed him on pre-trip.
Yeah, he did.
I remember. Have he always been an asshole?
Yes, yeah. He told me to say yes, yeah. But, I mean, like...
Colin and his group challenged each other to be better at the skill than they needed to be. Like on straight line. They weren't happy with just going straight. They put the barrels at the back, and they went back and touched them. That's why I have you guys try them every once in a while.
Yeah. It's bumping the dock. I will say it was whenever you go to a shipper or receiver and you're backing up, you don't want to just straight back into it because it's boom, and the whole truck shaking. Oh, yeah. It's bad. So what